There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggles of APC, there is victory for us. For us, oh yes. For us, oh yes. In the struggles of APC, there is victory.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mina Abubakar Kagbo. This is the program called Everyday Politics, a monologue program where they come live from APC U.K online TV platform. Today, I think we come on a very unfamiliar date, which is a Tuesday. The monologue program can always come on when something happen where they call for come in address. And today they actually engage. It's going to be a one-on-one program with a Comrade Mohamed Sesay 91, where the police may pick up sometimes last week, where they put time in incarceration for days in a release time without charge. We don't say the political crackdown on opposition. People don't they continue unabated. So this is a victim where instead don't go through this. Let's face it, the crackdown on opposition, not to Mohamed 91 starts. It only happened to many comrades. The number is long. If you all can remember back from the starting of this administration, where they come up with charges against Abu Dhabi, where Abu Dhabi, sorry, and then also the former mayor na Fritzon, they all bundle them, lock them up in prison for over 9 months, and then only for letting release them later. So this don't happen. We don't see Femi Claudius school them, they don't hold them, not just in the APC. Anybody where they talk, we don't see even the NGC people them, they don't invite them several times lately. We don't see we don't call the outgoing publicity secretary acting when I come to see the Tunis. We don't see them care go Kamokaba. We don't see they don't care go plenty people who then go lock them up and left them, in cases they can go far. And we don't see also senior Comrade Sesay we then go and lock them back, So this is it continue, but we not ever get the time for actually bringing somebody we don't go through this ordeal and interview them for the people they know, because they say he who feels it knows it. So if find for how they get them, so that this will actually bring a state of preparedness to other comrades. Then we no ever go through this and no say this struggle is going to continue until come 2023, when Sierra Leone are saying they vote in record numbers for actually pull Madabio my power ballot box. So today we get Mohamed Sesay 91 one for talk to Ram. We are trying na the background and the Sesay internet connection is really down, as for interview somebody from Sierra Leone. We want for come live. We're actually struggling at the moment. We'll try our best to get him on the platform. Is more than willing to come and talk to us today. But just as they address Mohamed 91, Sesay, I also get for set the basis for we show where they come, and to know so we can come in either Thursday or Friday, where they can look at the public elections bill where they don't put in a parliament 2022. We don't look at some, especially from a diaspora perspective. Some of us don't shout. We don't see quite a lot of things them about that bill day. We don't see, and now they thankfully we don't get a soft copy within our social media. Are they candidate for talk to me commerce, especially in the diaspora and the APC, back home and in the MPs them. There's quite a lot of things them. But today we just give a summary of that bill of things them way we don't find. Just from a cursory glance of the bill, we saw quite a lot of things them. But the main thing for today, the program today, is we can get a one-on-one talk with Comrade Mohamed 91. Internet, as I say, they give a problem, and I want to call on the backroom team and the producer. Please contact M91 to see. He's actually struggling with his login. He's actually struggling. I can't hear him. He's now seated at the lobby, but at the brand come on, but I know you forget any voice from him. So please engage him, because he finally people able for get this comrade where they pick up, out of the blue, come on and host police, then come there all and say order from orders from above. Then can go na CID go lock him there, then take him phone and hand, so you can imagine. So we're going to talk to Mohamed 91 today, but like I say, we get this also urgent thing we don't happen. When at the public elections, bill 2022, we don't in a parliament, and then hopefully tomorrow we MPs and they begin debates on them. There's quite a lot of things then, before this bill come a public domain. They just talk on them very quickly, because whilst the technical team they try to bring we Mohamed 91, ladies and gentlemen, people like myself don't go write couple of articles in my social media in that we MPs them, and I was very much passionate about it, because I know what's happened to the diasporans 2018. I was also a member of the symbol awarding team for APC 2018, and I know Putloko, the kind of way we colleagues then at the diaspora, the money we then pour in as some constituencies them, just for let them get what they call points, political pointers, mean for let them get a presence, able for interface with the people and do quite a lot of things for the people. So I know what's happened 2018. I know the kind of money we people pour in, and we know the devastating effects of them not being allowed to participate. Especially from Otloko, we'll get 10 constituencies. We know as a member of that team, I know what we did, and it's part of the program for a lot of people forget women, and most of the strong women away for dinner inside and then a woman they come on the diaspora. And I know how hurtful it was when the news came to them that they're not going to award them the symbol, even though they're not the favorite candidates by virtue of which they don't do in various constituencies. So I know the effects of the post 2018 election, confusion, animosity, bakery, and other things will happen at the APC. So now, if we say His Excellency President Julius Madabio come up with a bill and say they try for repeal section 76A in the 1991 Constitution, we will give the diaspora the right to vote. This is a welcome news for all of us, the diaspora, not just APCians, but also NGCians, also SLPPians, we want for go and participate in the politics of Sierra Leone. So it seems on the surface it was a welcome news, but now that I get the time, I sit down just 2 hours for go through the bill, and I realize that bill was actually not what not to for talk about. But again, before I come today, the program will be this Thursday when they come. I want to call on my diaspora people. Please, I'm begging you in the name of God, for who now believe, or in the name of just let's say rationality, who now be seen rational enough, and in the name of patriotism, for now patriotic, and name of nationalism, who now nationalistic. Please read that bill. I think now 137 pages, something like that. Please read that bill. It's very important that you read the bill, because there's quite a lot of things then, if you read the bill and they tell you they feel dizzy and they feel disappointed, you see say the whole thing a political scam na SLPP counts for we. And I meant it. Political scam. There's a lot of things in that bill. If you look at you just want to take a little more to put it at the bill. But they come to the proper. Today, the topic is about Mohamed 91. We'll be on the incarceration. But before we get to Mohamed 91, one of the things where the SLPP they talk right now say they want for curb lawlessness in the country. But we don't understand which type of strategy the SLPP they use for curb lawlessness. What's they call lawlessness? I don't understand. Is it lawlessness? Their approach, we don't see them vividly. It's a cherry picking approach where somebody do this thing and they left them, and somebody else do that thing and they left them. So if it's about lawlessness, I can't show now a video where we see somebody do something in that country, and most of them we don't see this video where it commits a big crime, with something what they call heinous crime, one of the heinous crimes then we SFP don't do, and this person is a city minister. So stay tuned, and I want for also ask Una we viewers them. Let me welcome Una. Apologize for welcome Una late, and then help with for let's share this link. It's going to be a very short program tonight. Basically, the program is about Mohamed 91, but helpful for share this so that people are going to forget this link and be part of the program. So stay tuned and then just watch what's in the happen.
Video les gars,
So ladies and gentlemen, the arguments we SIPPK always tell we is then they try for fights for curb lawlessness. And this is where people like LAJ today, we understand Caribbean Cabana courts and certain members of people we go for Gusiam with them incarcerated and Benghazi, then Chochoram, then cut off in here, just for good day representation don't become a problem in Sierra Leone today. So this is another cause for concern when them arrest you possibly go for Fenam. The police can use anything for and tell you say you don't then they arrest you for righteous and then disorderly conduct. So and in fact we waiting really the story don't even change from somebody in a robbery and now we understand say the charges, but we're going to follow that story. But today basically the reason why we're here is to have a one-on-one discussion with my comrade, your comrade, our brother, and Mohamed Sesay 91, where the police and me pick up just we come on and host and say orders from the above, and then can go na CID taking phone in hand, and even the wife was harassed, and you know, so we want for actually let it tell we what's really happened. And so when I don't see another video, this is a city minister right now, where na cabinet Kalon, it was part of the people that we go na that police station, destroy voting materials. We don't see how politics they become very, very, very unproductive for people in Sierra Leone. The only rights we you and I get, that is rights for exercise with franchise. That right was actually taken away from people them na constituency 0110 during the by-elections where SLPP tried for subverts in several occasions. So waiting this minister do, a minister, city minister go, Kego talks them, scatter them, box them, that is the man. This man has never been investigated, let alone he don't ever go na courts. And besides what happened just after we don't cause that problem day, just this month, they award him as a best minister. You know why? So what is this lawlessness where the pauper government under President Julius Maada abuse and defense? But today, we try for actually get a proper conversation with the brother, Una Mohamed 91. You may also want to watch this video.
Unchangeable, reliable, what you can do, what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable, what you can do, what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable, what you can do, what no man can do. Unchangeable, reliable, what you can do, what no man can do. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. There is nothing impossible to you. To this and to the no one can deny it. The witness and the let me just the one.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is somebody when a towering figure in the Sierra Leone politics today, that the Honorable Kande Koleyum Kela, and if we don't pass. The reason we make I play this video, na for let know say when it comes to something where affects people and come to compassion, for show, for reach out to another fellow human being, one Sierra Leonean, in terms of when they go through with the grief, is we know they put politics first. He don't lost in wealth, and when I all see that woman was a pillar to Kande Keller. He be deal time all the way where he go vie for president under the NGC. Unfortunately, the woman passed away. On behalf of the APC UKI online TV platform, the APC UKI and the APCians them across the diaspora and then also at home, we want for extend we sincere condolences to Kande Keller, the family members of the we sister we passed away, mama, we auntie we passed away. May her soul rest in perfect peace. And to all the NGCians them, we the wish una osh. We the wish una osh, we the cry with una, we the sympathize with una. We know say this time that a very difficult time for una. Una leader don't lost in wealth. But this is just the process where mortal man they go through. It happen when you least expect. So I feel say it befits in, and my producer tell me say I for play this and extend these condolences, and it's coming from the innermost part of our hearts. We deal to now, we deal in solidarity with now on behalf of the APC. We say Osh, and we say Osh, we say Osh, and we say let the woman in soul rest in perfect peace. But today, as I say, the program we get is about Mohamed Sesay 91. I get 91 currently in the lobby, but for some reason, the internet, in Sierra Leone, they give it time for let we able for talk to Mohamed 91 proper. We don't see things that in the happen and just they pick people in. But let's face it, before you say why Mohamed 91 was arrested, we get for plug some legal positions then first of all. The Constitution of Sierra Leone, with specific reference to Section 17(1)(f), give the police in Sierra Leone, and I'm not sure about whether citizens can get what you call as citizens power of for citizens and do what you call a citizens arrest. But for the police, them that section give them the rights for let them arrest somebody if they get a reasonable belief say you don't commit crime, or you are about to commit a crime. And that's what I don't understand. But it's not too far away for even the law in the United Kingdom. The police can arrest you if they get a reasonable belief say you're about to commit crime. And why is that? Because then they use that power there for deterrent purposes. So in other words, and say prevention is better than cure. So now that make them arrest people, even though we not commit crime yet, but if you just they about to commit a crime, or then get reasonable belief say you're about to commit a crime, the police could actually arrest you and avert that crime being committed. So on that basis, that was why Mohamed 91 was arrested. He was never told the reason why he was arrested. He was arrested. He was actually bundled to CID. Now they reach, we didn't tell him why they arrest him. I have with me Mohamed 91 at the lobby. I can see him at the lobby, but for some reason, the connectivity is not really strong. I don't bring and come in as soon as I see from the other parts of the screen, it's dark. That tells you there's a connectivity problem. So I am calling on the producer again. Mohamed 91 is here with us, but I can't just bring him where it's like, well, it's not live, it's there. Then at the lobby, I don't do it here for do from your side, but I'm able to talk to him because I want the family and see him and also it's well now, it's hearty, and besides, this is a very strong man. It's a very strong character. Even when he was arrested, some of us in the diaspora tried to reach out to him, and he was sounding very optimistic. A man way full of courage. He's a political fighter. He knows what he was doing. He knew this was coming, and he was prepared for it, just as we all are. We know say today you go Sierra Leone, some of them they tell me right now say we they come free tongue, pack your prison bag, and I have it. I have it. I have my prison bag. We know they do nothing wrong. This now we citizens' rights. We political franchise not end in the ballot box. We also have responsibility as citizens for all the government to account, and that's what we are doing. And if somebody not happy because it's now a state capture agenda, by then they try for muscle people and crack down on free speech, This is what will happen. We don't even know why the reason we see them they try for promote it and call press freedom, because there's really no press freedom in Sierra Leone currently. Because when you look at the post, way Mohamed 91 post, I'll read it for you guys. In a jiffy, there was no reason that Mohamed 91 therefore arrest them. Again, I'm trying. Let me again to my producer. Mohamed 91 don't come at the lobby. Is seated there, but at the see him in red. Perhaps that could be the problem. At the see him in red, and they come and go off. We cannot bring him live if we still have problem. And this is the situation when they talk back home. Marabi Hotel, we say, he don't do everything. He don't actually exhaust all in manifesto promises them. But this is what is happening lately. If you're one of those that are reaching out to your people back home, you understand, say, it's very, very difficult. I think he's trying to call. But let me see if I can get Mohamed 91 on the phone whilst he did it so now. I play a video quickly, so let on watch them video here first and then see, so that's not try for get Mohamed 91. I don't get some on the phone and see if I will able to get some on an audio format.
According to the Greeks, we have the idiots, the tribal people, and the citizens. The first group of people are the idiots. The idiots are a group of people or individuals who don't care about other people in another group. They will be with the group whether for good or for evil. If the group is doing evil, they will support the evil. If the group is doing good, they will support the group. If the group is doing evil, whatever the group will do, whether it is evil or not, they don't care. They will stand and support it. Nothing will change their mind. And the tribal people are a group of people who look down upon other people. Not that they are tribalistic, but they look down upon other people. They think they are better than other people. And the third group of people, according to the Greeks, are the citizens. According to the Greeks, the citizens are people who think about the next generation. They think about the next group of people who will come and inherit them. So whatever they are doing, they do it for the benefit of the next generation. People think politics is dirty, but politics is actually not dirty. It is dirty people who make politics dirty. There is difference between party politics and national politics. Party politics is you belong to party X, Y, and Z. And you support them for good, for the evil, and for the ugly. And you will become sometimes a tool in their hands to promote evil. One of the basic explanation or definition of politics is the making of decisions in the management and distribution of resources for the public good. The management of our resources for the benefit of all. Politics will determine how your birth should be managed. Politics determined when your children can start school. Politics determined what kind of educational system our children will have. Politics determined what kind of job you can have. Politics will determine your family life and your family development. Politics will determine your financial lifestyle. Politics also determine your retirement plan from the age of 60. Politics determines that. Politics determine your employment.
So, ladies and gentlemen, at least when I don't get a highlight of why we for play politics. Politics, if we actually play them in a very constructive, very progressive way, and it should be the basis way people are able for achieve their betterments for themselves, and then also a country they grow. That is what politics is. But when you get a group of politicians, them way just rose from the wreckages of the fringe and come in and take power. This is what is happening today in Sierra Leone. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, I cannot bring Mohamed 91 live, but now I don't get a day on the phone with me. Comrade Mohamed 91. Welcome. Say good evening to Fambulem where they listen to you.
Hello, hi, good evening, everybody. The name now Mohamed 91 today, the Global Voice of APC.
Thank you ever so much. That is Mohamed 91 Sesay, the global voice for APC. Mohamed 91. It's not too long ago. The whole diaspora hemisphere be actually just woke up one morning with the news say you were arrested and then taken into custody. You know, and then there's a lot of discussion the way we happen when you don't know you be there inside. We want for let you tell we basically what thing happen. We make the police them, they arrest you, and where were you? We didn't pick you up, and what was said to you before you were taken to custody. Come on in, sir.
Thank you very much. The word we use, arrest. Make us start with that word first. In law, when you say arrest, there are two ways in the way they arrest person. Generally, number one, if the law enforcement officer, a police officer, a make up a crime they happen outside. For example, at the past Nasani Abacha Street, then I see somebody they brutalize a woman, say a man they punch a woman, or say I see if man they finger pocket somebody, they mean a police officer, I can arrest that person on the scene. Otherwise, you therefore get a warrant for arrest, which is the second form of arrest. Arrest, now where a warrant is signed by the judge, and then inside that warrant, they name the reason why they arrest you, the name of the person, and the description of everything what they do for the inside. So now in arrest. So now that we don't guide you listeners then to the definition of arrest, whereby one, an officer, a law enforcement officer, they pass by, then you see a crime take place. Yeah? It can proceed for arrest the person there, you don't need a warrant. Say they go take warrant and come back, you know, reason they could say go meet that person day. Then the other one, now where a judge will sign a warrant. So if that not the case, I was picked up because an officer say an arrest. Not to like say a law enforcement officer, he then at the scene, no. Now waiting happen by 5 o'clock, they be already done the ambush. Nothing was said to me. I was just picked up. I inquired why. Why do you want me? They said it's orders from above. Make we go. Make we talk. Make we go. That is all they said. So on the 20th of June, I was picked up from a house. I don't want to call it a kidnap because a kidnap as well in law gets me away. But I was picked up from my house by the Sierra Leone police on orders from above. Then I was taken to the CID headquarters where I had face-to-face with some senior police officers. Then I was made to know after some hours, I was made to know that the Inspector General of Police, Michael Ambrose Subula, ordered my arrest based on a statement I had published on Facebook on the 19th of June 2022.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sesay. It's very unfortunate, very, very, very unfortunate. But could you actually take listeners them through to what really led to that you being picked up by the police, according to them, now orders from the above? What was the rationale behind that action with the police take against you?
Honestly, I'm still trying to picture what could have gone wrong. A lot of things, a lot of school of thoughts. Number one, I happen to be a member of the APC political party. It is a leading opposition party currently in Sierra Leone. And the government, from my view, I can see there is a crackdown. A lot of opposition members have been invited for things that didn't make sense at all. Some were arraigned and others were let to go. So I can see a couple of things. So number one, there is a possibility that because I am APC. Then the other thing again, why I have to actually go with the view that because I am APC, because of my political proclivity, the reason why I'm going with that view is number two, I posted something on the 19th of June, which reads, Our prayers go to LJ, who is rumored to have been badly beaten by the Sierra Leone police. If this is true, I'm asking His Excellency President Bio to investigate or look into a matter of police brutality. If this is true, I think it's conditional there. I don't see the logic there for anybody to have proceeded to order my arrest. I don't see anything at all in this.
We actually sympathize with you, Mr. Sesay, Comrade Sesay. And I'll just read one section of the Constitution, just now, and I'll read them back, section 17F, and I'll make you pay attention, especially somebody when are legally minded. They say the police or somebody could be arrested upon reasonable suspicion of his having committed or being about to commit a criminal offense. Do you think this now a sweeping power wouldn't get to the to law enforcement where just somebody get that reasonable thought say you're about to commit a crime? Because we really want to know how then people are able to maneuver within the law for cause this kind of harassment or crackdown on opposition party. What can you say about that, sir?
They don't need to maneuver. They just break the law. That's all they do. The people are supposed to maintain law and order. They are the ones breaking the law. It is that simple. It happens everywhere in Sierra Leone. This is what happens from politicians to law enforcement officers. The people that are supposed to maintain law and order are the very people breaking the law. It is simple, unreasonable suspicion. What is reasonably suspicious about that posting? Our prayers. To pray. And you really call that as incitement? Who am I inciting? His Excellency the President? No way. It's not an incitement. And if anybody thought that was an incitement, as the IGP has stated, because he's the complainant in this matter, even though it is not said to me, it's not openly said to me, but I know the IGP made it clear that he wasn't satisfied with that statement. So if anyone saw that as an incitement, come on, it's reasonable enough. It isn't. If this is true, it is conditional there. That is enough to discard it. I think it opens the door for any mature person in law enforcement to actually, I've just invited the dialogue. I'll say, okay, Mr. Sesay, come over here. I've seen your focus. It was referenced. I was made to know that you posted something on the 29th, on the 19th. Okay, it is not true. It's a lie. You want access to the man. You want to come to court. You want to see him. It is not true. That is all. You don't need to arrest another person. You don't need to lock him up in some cell. You don't need to put up charges or whatever. You don't need all that. However, there are very decent officers within that did not see what others saw. Incitement. Nothing is incitement about that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohamed Sesay.
Nothing more.
Thank you so much, Comrade Mohamed 91 Sesay. I'm going to read two posts where you post on the different occasions, and then where at least you address two different scenarios. We get for do with people and where they incarcerate Sierra Leone. One of them was about Mohamed Kambarimba, where the language na prison right now. And this is what you said. Or this was actually allegedly posted on your Facebook page because people can hack. You said our prayers, because I want to family and listing, because the two posts them they wanna see how Mohamed 91 the writes. They say our prayers goes to Mohamed Kambarimba Masare, who is still hold on please. They say who is still locked up in Pandemba prison despite bail approval by the court of Sierra Leone. This is what Mohamed 91 said some time ago. And then he came back on another day where he posted this. Our prayers goes to LJ, who is rumored to have badly beaten by the Sierra Leone police and currently in a critical situation as a result of broken ribs. If this is true, His Excellency President Bio must seriously look into the issue of police brutality. So I think as another school of thought might say, the differences between the two posts is that here you talk about the justice system whereby a bail has been actually approved by the courts, and all of a sudden something happened along the line. Mohamed Kamariba up to date, unable to get him out. People in lawyers around do all thing. So, but this other post now, you talk about police brutality when Sovola is the head, and then you call President Julius Maada Bio. I want to ask you a question. Is it really a taboo to mention people in positions of trust and responsibility? Come on in, sir.
Well, I have to say this, Mr. ABS. I see it differently. I see someone becomes chief-free because I asked His Excellency to investigate an issue of police brutality. That is what I see here. I don't believe it is because I mentioned President Bio's name. Because here, I did not promote him negatively. In fact, positively. I believe His Excellency is President of Sierra Leone. So if things I've always said, the bearer of the greatest burden if this nation Sierra Leone should fail as a state is President Bio. He's the bearer of the greatest burden. He's the fountain of honor. He's the defender of justice. He is the one that should defend the constitution of this country, of this nation. He is the one that will make or break the fragile peace we have in Sierra Leone. So against that background, I always make reference to His Excellency. It is my duty, my right as a law-abiding citizen, to advise my president on the direction the country is going. If it is going wrong, I should advise His Excellency. If it is going good, it is also good for me to come and please, for me to come out openly and press it and say, okay, I am pleased with what the president is doing on XYZ. So here, it's not because I mentioned the name President Bio and the other post I mentioned God. It is the same day, the very Sunday, I posted both. It's the same day, about 5 to 10 minutes difference, if I can recall that. So while we have somebody in the position of trust, some IG or AIG or any other person that just doesn't like Mohamed 91 to say, has made something out of nothing. Out of nothing. Because anybody can explain incitement, but we are guided by legal luminaries in Sierra Leone. They could have easily said, no, hold on, Mr. AIG or Mr. IG or Mr. Police Officer or Mr. Politician, this statement does not amount to incitement. Let us don't waste time. Let us don't create panic. Let us don't victimize Mr. Mohamed 91 today. Let us just engage him. Let us just educate him. Let us enlighten him so that he knows the true story. That is why he has to say it is true. So somebody failed to mobilize all efforts to reach out, to engage, to promote issues beneficial to this country. So this is how I see it.
So when you said your arrests it could get something probably for do with somebody just not like Mohamed 91 or just one for target Mohamed 91. Are you saying that your arrest was something personal to you or something for do with your political belonging? Come on in, sir.
Yeah, of course, it has something to do with my political proclivity. Definitely it has something. If the APC were in power, there is no way any IG would proceed to arrest me. No way. That is absolutely out of the door. It will never happen. Never. Because the day that IG or AIG will do that when the APC is in governance, that would be the day it stops working for that country, for that president. It would never happen. So that I know for sure. It is politically motivated. And again, a lot of things happen. And many people feel sorry. In the highest places, from across party lines, even police officers, very senior police officers, were very, very empathetic with me in respect of that tragedy. I don't see why I should be victimized. I don't see why before my son I was picked up, like a criminal, bundled into some farm and then taken away and deployed some OSPs at the place, my home, brandishing weapons. I think some terrorists out here. I don't know, but it was not necessary. Just invite somebody would like to see you in respect of your post. Or a judge will sign a warrant. We are not leaving you. And there's reasonable evidence, there's reasonable thought that you have committed incitement. A judge has signed a warrant, so you are wanted. I think that's how arrest should be conducted. Some IG saying, I need a man in Nagola. You don't need that. Why you want don't do it. It undermines the integrity of the country, the state. It undermines peace. It undermines everything. It makes people feel panic, feel bad about the very government that is supporting everything they're doing. And you should know I'm investing in this country as well. I'm complimenting the efforts of His Excellency. I'm a farmer, I'm a businessman, and I am a politician. So I'm playing my part as well to promote issues beneficial to this country. So do not oppress me. Because it goes against everything I stand for.
Okay, I think people already listen.
If I am suppressed to leave Sierra Leone and go back to the United Kingdom, people would have lost their jobs. People would have, there are a lot of things that could go wrong. I believe it is wrong.
It is indeed.
Wrong
It is indeed. But it is indeed. But for the benefits of our listeners, I think then go on for take something home. But you don't have to answer this if you do. If you don't need to answer this question. What they can ask you, if you think you don't want to answer them, so it's entirely up to you. Can you share with us your condition in the captivity? What was it like?
Can I share with you the conviction about what?
The condition the side way your detention center and outside and put you. What was it like?
Well, to be honest with you, I am on bail. The matter is not folded.
Okay.
I'm still signing on at the CID, and I'm on 100 million loan bond. Okay, and I have a surety as well in that regard. And then I'm still signing on, and even my handset, my phone, is still being processed. Okay, at the cyber team at the police headquarters, they're still looking into my phone to pray to my phone to see if they can, go through and see anything that is insightful that I posted before. Honestly, I don't care.
Okay.
I really don't care because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm not too dumb when it comes to legal issues. I know what would amount to incitement. I know what is bad. With my education and exposure, there is no way I would go to social media and putting stuff should not be there. So I am not worried about that. My track is clean. And also, I do not talk to terrorists. I only talk to fellow Sierra Leoneans. I'm a politician. And I belong to the APC political party. And I'm proud to be a Sierra Leonean who belongs to the APC political party. And that is it. I'm on bail. I'm happy to give this interview. And then the matter is still under investigation.
So with now I know, and I want to say thank you. You guide me and not say for at least we don't get few waiting call of you bail bond. But the question I want to ask is this: do you feel sort of like broken politically? Would you continue to conduct yourself as a very strong member of the All People's Congress in terms of discharging your duty whenever the party need you? We know say you know a media giant. Are you broken because we don't see quite a number of time once somebody is arrested?
No, not really. In fact, I feel bitter, very bitter. And if the design of this arrest is actually to break the opposition. I think the SLPP needs to stop that now. If it is the SLPP that is behind it, if the design is to break the opposition, is what the police are trying to achieve, I think the police must stop that now. If it is the police that are behind this arrest, because for every time I come across someone that was arrested, released or charged or prosecuted, in fact, they are determined than ever. They are not broken. They seem okay. They seem all right. There were other people I met in custody together. They shared their stories with me. In fact, a certain individual, I will not name them, was saying to me, I let SLPP cut the gate. Next one, walk back, and they'll post them for waiting and they do because they don't put. So imagine someone is even hopeful to participate politically in the world after, hereafter. So imagine it is energizing them, it is making them, it is strengthening them. I don't think it is breaking anyone. And for me, it has not broken me. I'm just confused. I'm just confused, flabbergasted as to what is really behind this arrest. Who is behind it?
But that is Mr. Sesay.
Why wasn't my arrest ordered?
Mr. Sesay.
Anybody that can write and read English can understand if this is true. Come on.
Mr. Sesay.
What is wrong about it?
Mr. Sesay,
what is wrong about that?
Mr. Sesay,
so, you see why it does not make me panic? I won't be afraid. Equally, so I feel sorry for the people doing this. In fact, some of them, I have reached out to them for them to know I'm not a bad person. I'm not bitter. I'm not one of those people that would say, oh, when you hate I don't share this kind of view. I don't live in the West longer than I don't live in Sierra Leone. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. You know me personally, Comrade ABS. I don't know how to share this with you. I don't know how to take revenge or avenge or anything. I don't do this thing. I just know how to work very hard to promote issues beneficial to my party, regardless of my political party.
But Mr. Sesay, if you say you are actually confused over your arrest, a psychologist will say this is exactly the position where SLPP wants, especially people the rank and files in the APC, the stalwarts where you belong. They want to confuse, they want to play with the psyche of many of you because you'll be thinking about this day in, day out. Don't you think if you're thinking that way, or if that is your current state of mind, then obviously they've got an upper hand on you?
It is okay to be confused. It's not a bad thing. It's like a grown-up wants to cry. It is okay to cry. It is okay to be angry. It is okay to be happy. Depends on your mood. If it's going to heal you after, if it's going to take away the pain, if it's going to take away the bitterness, the grudge, the anger, then it's okay to just go ahead and do what makes you, so it is okay. What I'm saying is I'm confused that we have professionals, legal luminaries, educated people. Why would anyone not stop short and guide whosoever that is behind my arrest? I know IG ordered it, but maybe somebody is behind it. Whosoever that is behind my arrest, I don't know why was that person not guided by one of the legal luminaries. I'm sure SLPP has educated people as well. Law officers are there, lawyers, the AG, even the assistant AG, everybody, lawyers, educated people around there. Even amongst the police, Inspector General of Police is a PhD holder, and so many other people amongst them. But for Subula himself, he could have analyzed that statement to understand and know, okay, I don't think the intention here is to incite anybody else. But here is the intention of a man who just wants to express his view after hearing so many rumors on social media. In fact, if you
Are you there? Oh gosh, we're about to lost Mohamed 91 Sesay because of poor connectivity in Sierra Leone. I hope see we get some. We're about to lose. We are about to lose Mr. Okay, it's back. Thank God.
I've casted doubt
Are you there?
on those rumors because I would have said I shared.
You did. We apologize, our viewers. When I know say Mohamed.
I did not make it. Yeah, I am also friends with a very senior governmental in the SLPP. We Facebook friends. And we share views. We laugh over these things. They would be the mean and make mockery of us in opposition, and equally we share these views. When sometimes even take on critical stance against the government, some of them would try to even reach out. No, not so like if I take up the issue on fuel, rising cost of fuel and food, rise, all this sort of thing, they'll say no. Now the war now Ukraine. Then I would say to them, what do Ukraine and Russia they want to do? Fuel, fuel needed from Russia. What are people to do with us? Either from all now they need to be before you go behind Russia, they get behind that. So share this view. Why would anybody take offense of a genuine position to invite a genuine position inviting dialogue?
May I answer? May I answer that question?
No, Mr. Sesay, it is not so.
Mr. Sesay. Mr. Sesay, I just want to answer the question we ask. You say why? Because and the answer comes basically from waiting somebody just post now we chat room right now. You say Mohamed 91 Sesay is one of our black strong African gentlemen. It is not easy to break him. So I think with sentiment like this, we and get for somebody like you can easily become a target. Don't you think so? Are you there?
Well, yes, again, but no one has come openly and said to me, I am your enemy and I'm proud to bring you down. I am a good man. I don't expect enemies. Maybe there is a bitter person, an envious person out there. I don't know, but my friendship cuts across. I don't care which political party, which region, or which tribe, regardless of politics, region, or tribal proclivities. I cut across. I reach out to everybody sincerely. I need to play hypocrisy when it comes to dealing with human beings. I need to play games. I don't. If I like, I like. If I don't, I don't. I don't play games. So the person is right. I am not broken. I am not someone you break. In fact, I'm very, very defiant. When you try to muscle me, when you try to suppress me, you will just energize me, invigorize me. I think that is what is happening. But equally so, I must say this clearly. I am confused that you have legal luminaries within the Sierra Leone police, within SLPP party. If the person is there, if it is the police, if the person is there, there are doctors there are very educated people. I don't know how come they cannot comprehend that simple statement. If this is true, I don't see how that should affect anyone.
So, Mr. Sesay, I think when you say so, that somebody listening out there will say, basically, our landed colleague, Mohamed 91 Sesay, all of those things or the acknowledgements we give about SLPP, then get some bookman them, but it really not makes sense when you look back the past 4 years, because you look at some catalog of issues that would not happen at the country, basically, and to some points, even where Fatima Biosi say, "Now educated fools," if I the quotes from within the first lady say, education is not the thing. I think it's a mindset. People will look and say some highly educated people, because even right now they say the IG he gets a PhD, but for me, if me go be somebody where at least I say at the rates the education background of the IG, even though I don't do a background check in I know say he comes he studied in a Milsimagai, he gets the what's they call gets a diploma in peace and development studies. Milsimagai. So Milsimagai, if you guys are there, please come to this show right now because I want to talk to you. This man come up from now a product, and then also he gets a first degree in economics and then development studies, you know. And now we don't understand, say he's a Dominion candidate, he gets a PhD. But really, not all of those certificates they matter to me. It's about what Mohamed they do. They appear all the things the way it don't show. Well, somebody can say not to everybody eloquent and English now we as a second language, not to your own primary language where we grapple up with. But even the Creole, you put the IG, it talk. It's just so the issue of education, they not really stand. But that's not really something I want for bring you to because you get a bill bond and your arrest be actually cause a lot of kind of solidarity, a unity amongst the diaspora, especially now you branch UKI. For the very first time, we see a member of the APC was arrested in Freetown, and we see the solidarity right from the chairman and then with the former youth leader, and then we see other senior top-ranking what's them called executive them outgoing executive them. Then this solidarity, in fact, the executive forum was it was on fire. And then up to the time when they release you, everybody was in solidarity with you. Is that something you're aware? If so, which word we get, which message we get for your branch? Come in, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. First, make I just issue a disclaimer because I see you made reference of Dominion. I didn't quite get that. PhD of certificates from Dominion. I don't know if you try for refer to anybody. In response to that, those are your words, not my words. If I believe that anybody get Dominion certificate and now get unable to try for doing that possibly get credit and they I would say it here. And then number two, SLPP, yes, they do have people where get academic exposure. The reason I'm saying that because I went to university with some of them. I just don't want to name them, but we studied law together. So I know say they get the day and they are serving now. So I know say there are people that we get the ability. We all come out with first class. I know say there are people them we get the ability for actually if there's that particular statement today and advice accordingly. But again, to tell them to say I was informed, I don't even know. I only had it for social media, and then I came straight away banging at the officers that we are doing this. So that I can say to you. But now the final aspect to say the solidarity, sympathy, people that try to reach out from the diaspora. To be honest with you, the support was endless. And I myself wasn't with my phone. I'm still not with my phone. But my wife received a lot of calls, inquiries. She herself doesn't know what is happening because, like I said, our professional job, and my job is completely different. I have no influence over her work. She has no influence altogether over my work. Sometimes she does not even see what I post because I can post things and completely choose my audience. People I would like to see my post. I can post them. I can do that. So what we have here is a situation whereby this actually galvanized support, diaspora support even at home. It's actually galvanized cross-party support. I've seen members from different political parties reaching out. Lawyers were there, business people were there, the Council of Imams reached out, they were there. And then quite a lot of people, Students' Union were there. And this is party, cross-party, both from the SLPP and APC. They came to me when I was in detention. A lot of people came there. A lot of people, even the pastors came there. Members of parliament reached out. The leadership, quite a lot of people, they came there, and I am satisfied with that. But that I thank everybody that mobilized reach out to support, and then those that actively play their part in ensuring securing my release, we reach out, especially from the UK, the US today.
We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We talked to Mohamed Sesay 91. He was picked up, according to him, by the police last or some time ago. It's back. Okay, come on in, sir.
In the UK, ask you to be members, even yourself talking.
We struggle to forget Mohamed 91. The phone they freeze quite a lot.
Played a lot of part.
This is really a very important part of the interview because
of course you provided me this platform, and of course you ABS provided me this platform, and other things you did I don't want to name because a good journalist does not. One of the four cardinals of a good journalist, you do not give your source of information. So I thank everybody out there, Sierra, Sesay, Shukran. Thank you very much. So thanks to everybody.
We thank you too. And I think you'll be telling me, say, this interview in order for take long, and I want to keep to that. You're a big man, I get for respect that. But before you go, I just want for ask you maybe a twin questions. You will use that as a closing remarks, and then we really jump on other things whilst you don't go. It's really get for do with we know where we are now, currently with the current government, and another school of thoughts gets this feeling. Maybe it's not yours, but it's just things that we read randomly say. It's a state capture agenda, and then it's something to do with, as we see with topic, it's a political crackdown. And one thing we don't want to do now for muscle everybody, anybody, when an active person at the APC muscle you, they reduce you to submission. You know, gets you into a very passive state, gets you there. You're dry, you're ruined, you're broken, so that they're not able to put no strong weight in court. But it seems as if that is their strategy, it's not working, because when we see now constituency 056 and the results we don't come now. By the way, I want to say congratulations to the MP elects and NEC don't come and can't give you the results. But what message, Mr. Sesay, will you get for give to the entire APC, taking into cognizance of the way the police they conduct themselves with this agenda for crackdown? What message do you have in terms of energize the base? And it's just a general message, sir. And this will be your closing, sir, because I'm for respect what you tell me. Come on in, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. It is a very long question because not to the question itself long for the answer. But anyway, let me put it this way. I believe we don't win the Sama Betugu elections, and it is clear. But this will teach the SFP lesson, not because they are power, win everything. Some people, maybe you would win there, especially if you don't run a good campaign, and by elections that they have to send signals to the government in power, saying, hey, this will not be a situation again. The current paramount chief of that chiefdom inside that constituency, now in the member of parliament of that particular constituency 056. For whatever reason, I don't know why he quit his seat to go for paramount chief instead. And I gave this a rumor, let nobody know about it for this. I read say a promise some very senior people and say I could deliver that today once when I tell me as paramount chief. I still get influence and me still try to deliver that. He lied to them because he not able to work. So if in a true state you make that from me, they all just don't see how empty that is, because that city they don't lost right now. say to them, not for because you're crown that, but we don't tell us, say, Paddy man, we don't vote for you. We don't let you continue. Let that parliamentary process. Maybe let other person go for that. Or long will take risk. Don't call it for God's sake. That now be the only way the SLPP get. Therefore, we don't even let that slide. For letting talk say, oh, we present there. Yanda pass now fall about. Now they don't get 2 seats back. So therefore, for constituency, they then get 2, we get 2. So now the all is right now. But then before you will call more than one district inside the not the stronghold of the APC party. Therefore, though you will get more than. But for this particular stump where it is rumors this person do. In any case, I will understand if anybody blame this particular loss where SLPP lost on that very individual. And funnily enough, you mentioned something about intimidation. I believe around that area, for that to we last rally, a lot of people were arrested. And some were going to be released today, and others prosecuted. I think 1 or 2 went for prosecuted. I don't want to call the name. And I know I'm fired on for the system. I believe that they prosecute, even if there is nothing that is going to come out in a court, but then you just send us now ahead for prosecute now that the elections are concluded. Waiting no one big go advise the APC party, be rest assured, we go protect, we gain, we go protect, we vote them. The SNDP, let nobody know like you, and know you will hope nobody pass weekly for the hope. The system, if we go by it's credible. If SNDP win, now then they win. If SNDP lost, now then they lost. The system you are, it is the guy you Bombalisu, me constituency, for example, there is no way SNDP will win it. However, they hope they are not going to win it. If the system you are at the day, of go by the system, nobody not try to pick the system. I like na APC in a power, the COVID in a power, who not able to get in a boom, we not get an academa. However, we do, we not get an abo, we not get an academa. It's not possible because that is stronghold. So, waiting with the here, you get a situation whereby the SLPP will lose, whereby election and assign to the Senate for 2023. But like I say, it is a government and only for do anything. We not development now want. And advise the SLPP. If you only get good at it, you get clean out for them. If you want to get bad at it. I advise the SLPP now. Let them pay attention to the food crisis. Let people left for food and people around say, the crisis, the one world now say, hey, food don't go up everywhere. The voters do not know that. You can sit down around your peers, you talk, the people voting do not know that. All the rest of the people, the people in the collector, in their mind, they don't say this rest and a past election and out for we. They're not going to give you after election. They eat up, they're good for them. That is what it is. So let them pay attention to going down, reaching down, don't intimidate the people. One of the biggest mistakes the SLPP did, they never reach out to APC. There are very moderate ones like us that would make sincere friendship with anybody regardless of politics. None of them reach out. In fact, they be seriously busy, they this and that. Only a few of them will very smart. Now, when they reach out, they'll call you to include you in political discussions, in political activities. Not all, like, for example, like friends. No, many of them, the party no make them move up. They keep their APC friends, they talk to them, they respect them, they treat them fine, and this will be all the SLPP friends there. They only talk to me fine. But when you say reach out in engagement and consultations for that issues affecting the country, you want to reach out. For example, the president reaches out to an Roma. He said, okay, and he say it is strange happened between this and this. How do we do it? Like what the president we do by inviting an Roma to set out. That's an example of reaching out. And that's what this is here. the minister could be equally do so, the member of parliament could be equally do so, the councillor could be equally do so. People in high places should do the same. And when the police officers want to say no thing and support the government of the day, and they misunderstand it. The government of the day will take orders from them in respect of promoting law, in respect of maintaining law and order. You know, they go listen to the opposition for say opposition and they go say, I keep on they go, no, now the company, now they get the duty, now they get in charge. So now in the mean, but you know means say when somebody criticize the government of the day, when they pass the constitution, give the police the trap. You want to go that possible for them. You are not fighting for the government of the day. You are fighting for yourself. Distance themselves from such officers if they did not police force. If they did not police force. Maybe what always happens, let people in the pay attention to the words there. So against that background, yes, intimidation, they get plenty. Take out from me. It is plenty, whereby you don't even want to talk. But ABS, I want to say this. I am tempted to say this. President Bio is a man I know very well. And I assure you, that some of them things there will happen. It probably does not even know. Number one. Two, I assure you, see, and no answer to criticism, and no mind if you criticize her. You know what in the mind they say, catch up over, and they look at you laugh, like say, you don't even exist. And no mind at all. But let me tell you what is happening. The pie now they know for years when you criticize president, you boom the ground. Some of these people don't even know this man. They never met him. They never met him before now.
Mr. Sesay, I want to play. Mr. Sesay, Mr. Sesay, I want to play the devil's advocate, sir, if you permit me. I want to play the
cohesion or make we promote issues beneficial to this country. The intimidation for tamper down, the police for stop them frequent arrest there. We senseless, we not make sense. If somebody not broke the law, not try for legal office of law, not do harm. Because you politics get for done, you work again for remain. Government, they go government, they catch you. SLPP be there opposition, they kind of power. APC go come back, SLPP go back opposition. Law don't get to see system whereby this is it. You know what you don't do. Now the council and I don't want to play that game. What you know, if the APC can about for make the country, for reach out to everybody and promote issues beneficial to this country. I want to tell you thank you. Let God bless you for this platform.
Thank you so much.
All the listeners, thank you. Goodbye, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohamed Sesay 91. And that's I will end the interview with Mohamed Sesay 91 on behalf of the producer, the management team, the technical team, and everybody in the Everyday Politics monologue platform. We want to say thank you to you. We say thank you to you, Mr. Mohamed Sesay 91. We make up your time for come. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohamed Sesay 91 say. We don't hear basically, you don't say quite a lot of things them, but there's something very, very, very interesting which you say. Where I want to play devil's advocate, where it's my guest. I have to allow him. They say, maybe, and you know, and see the supposition where he used, and I say maybe President Biro not know some of the things them way they happen, especially with the police. Suvola and others, they do, some of the members them. Yeah, possibly for tempted because most of them not get the capacity for know everything. But we know the president of Sierra Leone is briefed most of the things that will happen. Something happen security aspects, lots of things them. Maybe it's just one of those things them where it say, you know, they come as part of the briefing session where it gets. But again, we say there was a time where we get our public health emergency, and by virtue of the constitution, the president to make major decisions. For example, the killing Pademba Road, it happened during a public health emergency. There's no way, because if you look at the procedure for during 10 day, for you order the the police or the military that we go the way plenty people they talk say even in the presidential guard they involved because we see pictures them of footages of these guys we're supposed to be around the president. All of a sudden we see them at the Pademba Road vicinity, and this incident took place at a time Sierra Leone was under a public health emergency, and we know what the constitution says when a country is under a public health emergency like Sierra Leone. Most of the decisions, if not all, and I would say 99% of the decision, and even if you make decision on behalf of President Bill, you get forget the approval from the president. The president, when a country is under a public health emergency because of the coronavirus, he was making all those decisions. The constitution is very clear about that. So the person who bears the greatest responsibility for the massacre in Pademba Road was President Bill, and massacre in other areas them, during that public health emergency was President Bill, and you see, and then the other thing also, the devil's advocate one for pledges now. We don't hear it in West where Fatima Bill don't talk one time say anybody will oppose in man, and then they subject them to mob justice. So there's a connection with man called inference. There's a strong inference between the statements and the actions of the law enforcement, the police, which one of them. So all of this thing. So we want to say thank you to Mohamed Sesay 91. But ladies and gentlemen, today I will try to conclude very quickly and prepare for Thursday. Thursday will be a very big day. Thursday we will talk about the Public Elections Acts or public elections bill, rather, we don't lay in a parliament. And make I just remind you now, for citizens around the world, when I don't see the public notice, we don't come out, the clerk of parliament don't actually inform Sierra Leoneans them in and out of Sierra Leone, say tomorrow debate they continue, and we don't see a lot of submissions that people don't make, and tomorrow I think with MPs and we'll begin get a bite. So I'm calling on you all to be part of follow that program tomorrow, SLBC, and then also 98.1 the all SLBC AYV. Yes, according to what I see, they're going to, and they do a live broadcast, so be part of it so that you go hear who said what, actually with MPs and will take the podium tomorrow for making the submission. But I just want to give us something where I will take home before we can talk about this thing proper, or when I listen the submissions of various MPs say. I want to say this without any fear of contradiction, that the 2022 public elections bill was the biggest conspiracy we SLPP don't ever do. When I listen, people like Fatima Bio, the Minister of Information, Radio Soiree, the President himself, and other operatives of SLPP say, then they win elections hands down. We know they go now runoff. I am calling you all Sierra Leoneans, APCians, NGCians, C4Cians, all other political parties, and even SLPPians. I'm inviting you, I'm admonishing you all to read the 137 pages of that bill. Where you don't read, come back on Thursday so that we will get a proper talk. But in summary, me tell you, I say it's the biggest act of deception with a government they try to do to people them. But I'm for giving a few things for I take home with specific sections and then pages that I'm for I will look first of all. But this time around, I'm going to be very specific. I'm here talking to my diaspora members. And when I say diaspora, it's not only APCians. I'm talking in a plural form, diaspora, in a generalized form. Everybody, when a Sierra Leoneans, where they outside the borders of Sierra Leone, diaspora, please listen to this message. And I invite all of you to come on Thursday so that we can get a very clear page, they go page by page analysis of the 2022 public elections bill. I say in the beginning, say that the biggest scam we SLPP don't ever do. That's bill not what in purpose. That's bill should not stay in parliament. That's bill therefore go back to sender. Very, very dangerous. But I just want to give now a bite, few bites. The bill, first of all, where the bill starts, then give what you can call a title of the bill. The title of the bill itself is very misleading. It talks, say, the title being a title where, therefore, try for repeal and replace the 2012 Public Elections Act will be replaced by this, and also then they introduce supplementary sections when at 32 and 33 respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, 32 and 33, these are entrenched clauses in the Constitution of Sierra Leone. But when you go down and read just a cursory glance, rather, I find out, say, the damage where SLPP want for puts at the political landscape of Sierra Leone is going to be a generational damage if that bill they go through in the parliaments. We say one of the diaspora them, we get interest. Because at some points, we know diasporas that we go Sierra Leone, we go spend colossal amounts of money. Wasting time, some of them lost their jobs, some of them lost their relationship, some even die after, because they cannot hold on to the pain, the anguish. And we all want for the diaspora and gets rights to vote and right to be voted for. President Bio say, then they repeal Section 76A of the 1991 Constitution. But guess what? When I don't hear the word we call kotoku, you take buckets, you dip them like a deep well. You want to bring clean water, not to so. But if you bring clean water, we don't bring the buckets up. You can find out some kind of dangerous thing inside the water. You would drink them just because you want for drink. You see dead snake, dead rats. You see blood. You see all kind in them. We're not good for mortal man in consumption. You see another bucket there. You go drink them. Why am I saying this? The diasporans, ABS seated here is in record. Even at the branch now, when this thing came, I was off the roof, launching an attack, indicting our MPs. I've gone now to read the bill proper, and I'm here telling you without any fear of contradiction, say, the bill does not represent us. The promise way President Bio tell we say they do. Yes, when you read the bill and say something about repealing Section 76A, but there's a caveat. There's a lot of criminality that was actually embodied in the bill. If that one they go through, first of all, we're not able to vie for nothing, and I will tell you why. If you look at Section 13, when I part 3, Section 13.3A, na the bill. Section 13.1A, na the bill. We tell you about how they want, that is the eligibility of somebody for be a registered voter in Sierra Leone. Then put some conditions, very, very stiff conditions then. And I can tell you, maybe the one that will be done in Sierra Leone the same way the NCRA process will go on, when a diaspora did it, able for actually register through the civil registration process. But the vast majority of diasporans, they will not be dead when that process when they commence. I will tell you, say, if this bill pass, first of all, you're not able for votes in Sierra Leone. And if you want for vie in for a member of parliament, council, or what have you, first of all, the constitution make them very clear. You also get for be a registered voter. For you to be voted for, you have to be also be somebody who don't do in an electoral role. But you cannot, because in that bill, they say they want what they call a NIN number. NIN number. So that's NIN number we don't want for let it be part of they say that number there for day na voter register. You only get that number there if you be done registered during the civil registration process. So they say then give you a penny. SLPP is taking $1 million. If you not be on the records of the NCRA, how can you get that NIN number? It's not possible. So make no mistake, these guys are lying to us. There's nothing there for us, the diaspora. Stiff conditions, 9 inputs. What they're about to do is then they play Coney. You know, these guys, they see will like say, the Sierra Leone now is just a bunch of illiterate fool. That's how the SLPP is taking us on a ride. Let's say we fool. That section alone don't prevent you and I for votes in Sierra Leone. So if you cannot vote, how can somebody vote for you? You have to be a registered voter before you for contest for anything. Because if they put you for who nominates you na neck, all of those things then go check for you voter register. First of all, it's a prerequisite. The constitution make them very clear. So now one side, so for me, the revocation of section 76A is not in our interest as diaspora because there's nothing there for us. Just that thing don't bar we from participating in Sierra Leone. They're lying to us, the diaspora. President Bio, you're making a fool of us. We're not fools. We don't read the documents. So what we're saying to the MPs, we're gonna kick that scam, that shambolic bill of parliament. It does not represent us. It want for use the diaspora so that we put some of who don't begin put pressure to the MP and say them for vote in favor of the bill, especially on that section there. But by the way, it's an entrenched clause in the constitution. And the constitution of Sierra Leone, now I'm speaking to our MPs, APC, is very, very, very clear. Section 108 say when they table a bill in a parliament, we come in conflict with an entrenched clause in the constitution. The votes where that bill therefore gets for it become a law, it will be supported by 2/3 majority. 108 now the constitution say this. So APCians or the MPs or the opposition MPs can use that section for kick this bill out because it does not represent us, the diasporans. But it is way more rotten things than rotten eggs within another building. Go check it out, people. Check it out, please. I'm begging you. Don't take my word for it. The bill does not represent within Madam Yose they do for the diaspora. It's a form of criminality, a way for rig elections so that they will be able to inflate the numbers them. But like I said, Thursday, we'll talk about that proper. Another thing we want for inform with MPs them. There's a section where basically this bill come up with, and it's very suspicious. We need to talk about that. That is part 2, paragraph 7A. And under the functions of the Electoral Commission, you know, among many other things, they say them for giving the power for conduct what they call continuous registration of eligible voters in Sierra Leone. Underline word continuous. Who say this thing don't happen in any part of the world? A voter registration process should be periodic. Period. You know why? Because when you don't register voters, them the next process will come and call a verification process. So where would you have a cutoff line if this bill pass? Because then NEC will get the power for go na room, go na some side and go register people. So I'm telling you guys, please, it's not a joke. Read that document. Yes, the document is Iboku, but bite the sour able for bite, understand them properly, and talk to your MPs them. This bill, represents we at all. And guess what? So the diasporans them also, one of the criminality within people they want for do for full will like say, then therefore we there's there's a section at this page 12 to 13. Check it out, page 12 to 13. One at section 13, 15, 2B, Roman 2. We then talk about the Electoral Commission. They say from time to time. They say then from time to time. Then they use the duty through a statutory instrument. They say for conduct sort of like voter registration outside Sierra Leone. But the catch there, they say at a place where the Electoral Commission deem fit. They want for we get diaspora votes. So they want and go do a voter registration according to this section in a place where the Electoral Commission deem fits. Why not in the embassies? Why not put these places express so that people in asylum will know say these are the places them where you get for go votes? why who side the neck Sesay is suitable for the elections take place, or the diaspora for go vote. It could be in the parlor of the UKI SLPP chairman, secretary general, or name it, any place. A place where we not sabi, will not exist. Now they then go say, now they the voting place there. Why would they ask for things we're not clear to we? A place whose side they exist. So this is the problem. And then also, even in the aspect of continuous voter registration process, what these guys want to do is this. They want to use this bill after where they don't do the registration. And this brings us to another section of this bill. And, I go left over Thursday. Thursday, I will get a lot of ingredients there. What the people that they try to do is that it's laughable anyway, but it's a very serious thing. Not just the continuous voting process, but this bill also, they ask Parliament, let them give power to the Electoral Commissioner, make it get the power for modify voter registration of Sierra Leone. Modify. A synonym of modification or modify is alter. So put it this way. Let's put this into context. After they don't do the registration, they don't do verification, the commissioner can sit down with his team, neck can sit down and say, you know what, we're not happy with this voter registration. So the Parliament don't give you the power, so we get the power for modify. Why would you modify documents where you don't verify? This is what the bill is trying to do. Modify mean cut 10,000 votes from the stronghold of the APC and go add votes of dead people somewhere. Why would the NEC get the power for modify a document, a sacred document, where you and I with details and day, where they give you the power for all votes? Why would they have the power to modify? This is what the 2022 bill is asking parliamentarians them powers them for letting give them extraordinary powers for give them to NEC. So when you put all of these things, I just give you a surface, I just give you a small thing, but please read this document. It's the biggest scam. This is why our president tell we say they win at first ballots. They go for runoff. Because when you put this here in totality, whereby NEC they get the power for modify a document as important as voter registration. Where are we heading? Are you going to sleep when your roof is on fire? If we, the diaspora, will not be there during the NCRA process, we did not go through the civil registration process, we not get ID cards them. And by the way, as I speak, today, the NCRA not actually produce results. These guys then just they try and see how they're going to manipulate. So this, just like where we get the midterm census, we don't scatter. So they're doing this just for letting able for maximize them way for rig elections. There's nothing in that bill we're very beneficial. I was one of those that was very vociferous in this week we pass through. The current secretary of the 21-man committee, we get a heated Comrade debate on a forum. I stood up for the diaspora, say we want them to go and give the diaspora a way for them to participate. But now reading this document, it make me fully understand, say, Mother Bio actually just fool with. There's nothing. Then just the trick with the diasporas them. So that for dump our MPs them, then go support the bill. And when the time reach, I go down to Sierra Leone and I say, me want for contest for MP. Wouldn't give me the symbol. I reach na neck for like go do me registration. Then ask me, where is your voter registration card? I don't get them, which is a prerequisite. And why I don't get them? Because I don't get the NIN number for able for register me. So what is the essence? APC, SLPP, NGC, C4C, diasporans, read these documents. It's the biggest joke we SLPP will ever do. There's nothing there for us. By God in power, Thursday, with a deep dive into the documents there, would they bring the reality where they behind the document, and they get legally minded people them where I don't line up for camp scatter the documents there. But by the way, tomorrow we'll follow Parliament. and you will don't read the documents, will get information. Please send those information to any of our MPs or the leadership in the parliament, Honorable Thierry Coco, or you send them to the current interim Secretary General, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, and any member of the 21-man committee, legal, what they call legal Hassan. Let us aid them with information when they go for go scatter that good for nothing bill. That bill is not good for us. That bill is not good for us at all. And waiting the bill don't do, first of all, the bill don't actually go against plenty entrenched clauses in the Constitution. The Constitution of Sierra Leone make them very clear the condition for let somebody votes. They say, would I read them? Section 31 say, every citizen of Sierra Leone being 18 years of age and above and of sound mind shall have the rights and accordingly shall be entitled to be registered as a voter for the process of public elections and referenda. This is what the Constitution say. They not put no Maggi, they not put no yabas, they not put no onions. All you need for be prove yourself say you're Sierra Leonean, prove yourself say you're 18 and over, prove yourself say you're not crazy, you're not a lunatic, you are of a sound mind. So this section where they bring council on section 13(1)(a), when they ask you for that number, that's where the catch is. If you don't get her, which means you're not able to register for votes. You might be a citizen, and this is not just for us, the diaspora, even in Sierra Leone, because the NCRA process, the way we don't do them, it's not everybody able for capture. So the people who will not get that card day, I can tell you now, there's a lot of people will get for be disenfranchised in this election when they come in. So what we need for do for stop that process is asking our MPs. And there are times in life for let everybody, you get what you call a win-win situation. Everybody has to lose something. So the MPs have to kick that bill. It's not good for us. Let's put the proportional representation aside. This is what the SLPP wants, but not just that. They won't forget a proportional representation in a way that we say they don't cement themselves in various facets of the electioneering process where they know say then go able for rig easily. And what the SLPP is thinking now is that there's been a high concentration of international community interest in Sierra Leone. The by-elections in constituency 056, it don't even speak volume about that. Una see the foreign observers them. If not them, understand with the APC waiting them for don't turn this result. So the only way we're going to go for canal and make clear the international community then weaken and unable to do anything by bringing in a very dubious, a very shambolic public elections bill called 2022. With all ends here, there's a lot of ingredients. So I am asking you respectfully, it no matter which political party where you did, read the documents. Long not stay uninformed. Read these documents. You will come to the same conclusion. When we say the council on this platform, it's not good for Sierra Leone. It's not good for you and I within the diaspora. There's nothing. The only people that this are good for now the political elites currently in the SLPP present beyond any operatives them. We want for day na power by some kind of dubious means. They don't want to win through the ballot. They want to win by taking another route for bypass the process of elections. So I have to say thank you now. Please now continue for share this link. Una share this link to many people. Let them know what we get for talk about. It's very, very, very critical. And like what I tell you now tomorrow, if we now listing the parliamentarians, them, we go find out see some of them points out I tell you now so we go able to see them there. So that by the time we come Thursday, we'll get a very informed position. Then we'll ask yourself a question: is it really worth it? And no, with friends in the SLPP, they will be happy like what I talk to if the bill go through, but that bill will not go through. If you know one of the person we get this thinking, because the Constitution of Sierra Leone make them very clear. Yes, a bill can come to Parliament we get something for they do express clauses, but for let you change, you get a bill there. It's not simple majority. If a bill cannot more way it be say not just for amend an act of Parliament, always in need. Now, what's called a simple majority, 50+1, because it's an act of Parliament. But any bill we come, we sip deep into the Constitution. We get the tendency for alter any section of the Constitution. The law pursuant to Section 108C, it has to be supported through 2/3 majority. Let us do calculations. Currently, don't forget what the winning who just don't win. Let's say we're SLPP, we're at par. You get 14 paramount chief. You get SC4C, 8 MPs. You get NGC, 4 MPs. Then you get independence. So if you take C4C, you get NGC, you take the independent, the paramount chief, you put her on the side of SLPP. They still not able to forget 2/3 majority. So all what you want now for let the APC, we MPs them, with 58 MPs, and they together and say, we don't want this bill. If you see them votes, the bill is scatter. Una sabi how Kayan is scatter, not so that Kayan no get better granates. Una sabi how is scatter also. You remember how don't bill sand castle there na them beach where what's the flop, where the swelling they come in naka where the scatter not so. That's how this bill get for scatter. Una we don't do line fishing. You put the bait na the hook, you send an water for catch fish not so. So SLPP use the diaspora for win elections because they know say it's a very sensitive issue. I know say people then go say today, because we don't do a lot of background talk, we don't get conference calls there with other big with stakeholders in the diaspora about this bill. We know where we stood then, but guys, I'm telling you, having read just a couple pages, I then realized that the bill does not represent our interest. Even if this bill, if they ratify this bill, when they go back and say, we not going to vote. Because why? We not get NIN number. Because that number, they say for let you register for votes, you get forget some. Because they want for let day, now votes are ID card. See how shambolic. You see how we've been shafted by using the diaspora. You see how criminal the people we prepare this bill. Then focus on for win elections. Not to for change Sierra Leone. Not to for change the electoral process for the better. They're doing this because they want to find the easy way. So I want to say thank you now tonight. I want to say thank you to the technical team, and I want to say thank you to my producer, and I want to say thank you for una all we come today. We deal with we loyal viewers them. This is not the monologue program where they come up from una, where they come up from APC U.K online TV platform. I want to say thank you, and not forget to Sunday. The platform we can get a program every Sunday. So what I want for ask una tonight is that for let you able for to get notification when they come on, please subscribe. Go and then subscribe so that when we come on, you get a notification when they tell you say APC U.K is live. I want to say thank you now for the support to what I don't support we and able for go again at the chat line for read some of una chat with the contributions say una don't give. But basically, I just give now a clear explanation about what's in the bill about. Now, acts of criminality to the highest degree. People in power cannot be trusted. When politics become something which is destructive, something which has no benefits for the greater majority, then the only available or the option or the benefits that you will get is the benefit that goes to those who are in power. This bill will not even benefit SLPP people because I know by now, don't see the government who vote for is not useful to una at all. Una never forget nothing. So I want to say thank you now. Una continue for share this until we meet again on Thursday, same time, 8 p.m. UK time. And 7 p.m. Sierra Leone time, me na ABS we the host, and Naya is stopped today and say to una, Tata, I don't want to go, but I think I have to go now because Thursday will be the day. And I want to say thank you now for following. Goodbye.